Right, well, I'm just going to talk because I'm actually really pissed off. To give you some idea, I'm a guy with severe social anxiety. Talking, even alone in this room, is seriously difficult for me. And yet I'm that angry that I'm like, I'm going to record a video. So, we've got this guy, Adam Smith Connor, who was found guilty at Bournemouth Magistrates Court for violating a so-called buffer zone around an abortion clinic. Now, first, I don't really have an objection with people being prevented from harassing or intimidating people going to abortion clinics. That's fine. But what did this guy do? He stood on a street corner, his head bowed, clasping his hands, praying silently in his head. And yet, he's been given a conditional discharge of 2 years in order to pay prosecution costs of £9,000. What the f*** is this? This is 1984 dystopian thought crime. How dare you think in your own head that something somebody else is doing is wrong? Apparently it comes from this public space protection order that came into effect September 7th, 2022. And when you actually read the order, check this out. The activities prohibited by the order are protesting, namely engaging in any act of approval or disapproval or attempted act of approval or disapproval with respect to issues related to abortion services by any means. This includes, but is not limited to, graphic, verbal or written means, prayer or counselling. Nothing in there says something about being silent in your head. Oh, and apparently you can't even challenge the validity of the order unless done within a 6-week period of the date the order is given, which was September 7th, 2022. So, right, most people aren't even going to know this order exists. So we can't appeal the order, we can't say, hey, this order may not be legal, unless we do it within an arbitrary time period set by you. And to make it worse, apparently this is going to be UK-wide as well, or at least England-wide. Like, who came up with this bullshit? Oh, right, yep, it was actually the Tories. So if we look here at the Spectator article, it even underlines that. Legislation comes into effect later this month, passed in the dying days of the Tory government, so that would be Rishi Sunak, with the support of some shamefully unconservative Tory MPs. That will extend the effect of this local law countrywide. So what the Tories did was take this freaking stupid idea from Birmingham, and they went, yeah, let's make this across the entirety of the country. Oh, but they did put in a bit of guidance. Yeah, non-legally binding guidance. Just guidance. Just a hint of what direction it should go in. That it should not be used against those guilty of no more than silent prayer. Problem is, we don't have a Tory government now, we have Labour. And a couple of months ago, they openly said they plan to trash the guidance under Yvette Cooper. So things like silent prayer are gone. We can't even pray in our heads. And just to really underline what kind of we have within the Labour Party, I thought the Tories bad enough, but apparently not. No one tweeted Walthamstow MP Stella Creasy has a right to pray in front of an abortion clinic. You can pray for women at home if you wish. But I guess the baby doesn't actually factor in, right? Not even a thought for the child. Cheers. Thanks. Apparently he was questioned by police officers on the nature of his prayers outside the facility in November 2022. So, bit of advice from that one. If some cop comes up to you and says, what are you doing there outside that abortion clinic? Just say, nothing. Just enjoying the air. Because what can they do? They can't actually go into your head and see what you were doing. So how can they convict? To be honest, this just seems like yet another attempt by the Westminster elite to target Christians because they're the only group that don't have actual protections in the United Kingdom, a fundamentally Christian country. And I'm an atheist. Wrap your head around that. I'm so pissed off that a guy with severe social anxiety, depression, who's actually off work with it at the moment, is now so pissed off, he's now ranting on the internet. So anyway, I'm going to leave the links to all this in the description. I'm probably going to get more pissed off by other crap that's coming, so I may make a few more videos. Who knows? I don't. Anyway, have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.